What's going on, guys? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins. And before we get started, make sure you guys like the video because we're going to be dropping a lot of bangers in this video, a lot of knowledge. So make sure you guys hit that like button a little bit early on this one. As all good traders do, we always want to analyze the past and see how you could have done better. And so you could basically capitalize on the future possibilities in the overall market. The market's all about learning, seeing what you could have done better, and the option contracts went crazy today after Powell's speech. Powell basically spoke around 10 a.m. Eastern, and after his speech, he said during his speech that inflation fight could bring more job losses, and there could be a lot more softening in the overall economy, and inflation could go a lot higher. So he was very basically gun ho, not too basically shy, how he normally basically says he has a lot of tools and he's going to basically do what he can to basically help the economy. But he's saying things could get worse before they could get better. And the market did not like that at all today. So definitely want to check over the charts over here today. And we're going to actually look at the charts a little bit differently today, right? So before we get started, a lot of people ask me what indicators, what tools do I use, right? What's in my toolbox, right? Forget Powell's toolbox. What's in my toolbox, right? So I have my moving average exponential, I have my SMA over here, I have my MACD and the RSI, and these are typically the main indicators that I use every day when it goes into the market, right? And this is typically the setup that I have, right? One of my favorite indicators that you guys know is the RSI indicator. This lets me know if the stock is overbought or oversold. Second favorite indicator is going to be this EMA line, this blue line right here. And what this does is it lets me know the overall trend of the stock, right? Now, I like to focus on two different EMAs. I like to focus on when I'm day trading, I like to focus on either the 5 minute on my left, and I got my 15-minute on my right. So these basically let me know the overall trend of the stock. And today was a beautiful day. You can see while Powell was having his speech around 10 o'clock over here, you can see the date and time around 10 o'clock. We had that initial sell off and we bounced, kind of held up over here around that 419 zone. And we got right below this EMA. And we basically struggled to get back above it all day. What a beautiful trade. What a beautiful day. Option contracts hit over 380%. And that's just because of same day expirations. You can see even on the 15-minute over here, we never got above that EMA. And this EMA is very key because you never want to sell, especially if you're in a stock below the EMA, right? If you want to take profits, okay. But unless you get a break and hold above that EMA, right, and an obvious trend change, then that's when you want to possibly sell. But what an amazing, crazy trading day. As you can see that whole drop, we were below that EMA. Now, moving forward, going into Monday and next week, a lot of these stocks are oversold, right? We had a huge sell-off today, right? So if we jump over towards the 20-day and 180-day, right? Wait for it to load up real quick. But if we jump over towards these charts over here, these charts are very oversold on the RSI, meaning that there could be a possible bounce going into on Monday. We hit a low, even sold off a little bit after hours. And you can see we're underneath the 20-day EMA, underneath the 180-day EMA. So this is a crazy drop. But we're a little bit more on the oversold side on both these charts, meaning we could possibly get a bounce. Maybe from 403, we could possibly wake up on Monday around the 406, maybe even higher, right? We could push up. There's more possibility for upside right now. But if we jump over towards the 1 year, even after that major bounce, right? Say we get a bounce next week on Monday, we could possibly even sell off more. Why? Because the ultimate chart, the 1 year chart over here, on the right side, you can see the MACD's crossed down. RSI has room to the downside. We could even, if you were to basically just estimate from where the RSI is right now to where it could possibly go, we could possibly even go to below 400. We could possibly even go below. We could probably hit like 390 next week after a nice bounce, right? We rejected that basically. The 1 year EMA, I remember I told you guys, hey, watch out for that 1 year EMA. We tested it. We need to break and hold above that 1 year EMA. And we basically couldn't hold above it, right? Especially with that news that Powell hit us with today. We couldn't hold above it. But even though, right? Even though going into Powell, that 1 year MACD never crossed up. So overall, the 1-year MACD was always in a bearish position, even going forward, trying to push up. So this started to open up a little bit more, and it could open up even more than this. This is not even a nice open up on the MACD. It could open up even more, and we could start hitting maybe 390s, maybe lower. But overall, our smaller charts, our 180-day and our 20-day charts, they're saying that we're possibly oversold, and we could possibly have a bounce before we come back down. So definitely, this is a cool way that I like to look at charts, analyzing two charts at the same time. And you can set that up over here. I have plenty of videos on explaining how I have my presets. But that 5-minute and that 15-minute, beautiful, beautiful day trading charts today, right? Just get in and hold. If it's below that EMA, if it violates it, then you could possibly sell. And this works for the upside as well, too. If you're looking for upside momentum, right, as long as we're above that EMA, you hold it. Once we start to basically break in, violate it, and hold to the downside, that's when you sell your position. Don't get greedy. But overall, we're oversold. What do you guys think is going to overall happen next week? Do you guys think I'm right? You guys think we're going to possibly bounce and fade again? Or you guys think we're just going to bounce and recover? Or you think we're just going to sell off, right? Where's the next possible low? Below 403. I was thinking 404, right? At first, I was thinking 406, which was the 20-day low. But the way that we started falling today, I'm like, we're going to break. I put in the chat room, I'm like, we're going to break that 406, which was a major support level before. You can see we bounced over 406 multiple times. And then we basically started to rally up towards those 415s and higher, even 430s, right? That 406 was our main building blocks before. And we basically formed a dead cat bounce pattern, right? If we just switch it over towards one chart so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. Look at this. We're on a nice, beautiful uptrend. And then that 406 level, right? That level over here was some type of support, right? Was some type of support, that 406, sorry. 406 was some type of support over here, which led over towards that bounce, towards that 430. And then we basically started coming back down. But overall, things could get a lot more uglier. Like Powell said, we could bounce and come back even lower. We could probably even hit the 380s. You never even know. Looking at that 1 year, that 1 year has a lot more room to the downside. So it's going to move down in waves, hopefully, right? Hopefully we don't get like a nice flush, but we definitely want to bounce. Even if you're bearish on this thing, you want to bounce so you could actually short it with confidence, because you don't want to really be shorting a stock that's oversold, right? We've seen those 5-minute charts over here, very oversold. You don't want to be shorting the stock oversold. Then you have to rely more on that EMA, right? If it doesn't break that EMA, you can still hold it. But that's going to be it. I feel like I gave you guys a lot of knowledge today. If you guys learned something, don't be shy. Write in the comments. Say, hey, I learned something, and thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys leave a like. Bye.